From mood lighting to vintage table lighters and worn-in floral couches, Secondhand Style is going to have a big moment in 2026. And Redeux Style Sarah T joins me with her upcycled style predictions for 2026. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm so good. So let's talk about it because last month Forbes magazine reported that resale or secondhand shopping, it is gaining speed. Why do you think so many people, because you've been on the bandwagon, so tell me, why do you think so many people are now jumping on the thrifting bandwagon?
Yes, I've been on the bandwagon for quite a while, I would say. I would say that currently we're living in a time where obviously affordability is really important. So, obviously, people want to save some cash, but also sustainability and keeping things out of a landfill is kind of coming to the forefront. But even above all of that, I think people are ready to have curated, more lived in homes, bring some of that warmth and cozy. It's kind of like choosing between a hotel. Are you going to choose a really big chain hotel, or do you want the little boutique hotel? So I think people are wanting some
Ooh.
original, unique, cool, fun things in their house. Plus, it's the thrill of the hunt.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I like the comparison with the hotels. That's very good. Let's talk about some of the predictions for this year. The first one, vintage cigarette holders that are now being used as wallets.
Yes, I always say if you should definitely be using them as a wallet versus cigarettes, but they're really cool. And whenever I find them at a vintage store or out junkin, I'm super excited because I gift them as little wallets. They're actually the perfect size to place your ID and your cash in, and they look really, really cool. So I think it's really fun to have something that's got an old vintage touch that may have been used for something else, and you're giving it a new life.
Okay, I love this idea. Plus, you can match it, mix and match with any purse that you have. I'm obsessed with the one with the two cheetahs on the back. Let's talk about vintage table lighters and pretty glass containers to really display matches. I know you just said you want to get creative with your home space.
Yes, I always do. That's a great gift, actually. Go thrifting, purchase some little tiny containers. You can glue a match strike pad onto the actual container and then place matches in it. Or vintage tabletop lighters. There's just something to be said about having this gorgeous lighter on your table. And if you need to light anything, it's right there. Or gifting someone a cool little set of matches. It's just a beautiful little curated touch, especially for a guest in a guest room.
It's very well thought out, and as soon as you give it to someone, they're going to be very pleased with the gift. They're going to be like, dang, girl, you really thought of me. Very good. Okay, so let's talk soft mood lighting. You're seeing it more you're seeing it pop up more in people's homes, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. I always say, I mean, if you're a fan of can lighting, that's your thing. But for me personally, I think keep the overhead lights off and bring the lighting down, whether you're having a dinner party or you're having lunch at your kitchen table. Fixtures, sconces, you can find things secondhand. You can have an electrician install it, or I have a ton of videos on my page about ways that you can do no wiring aesthetics in your house with lighting. So I say the more mood that's brought down, even if it's in your bathroom or your laundry room, have fun with it. Play with the lighting. Because really, when you walk into a space that you love out somewhere, a hotel or a restaurant, it's usually the lighting that grabs you in first.
Oh, yes. Okay, I totally agree with that. Let's talk about something that we can wear, brooches. They're all the rage right now. You can mix and match, do all the things. And some of them have some nice family heirloom ties.
They do. So a few years ago, about 3 years ago, I made a little prediction that I thought brooches should have a resurgence. And I'm so happy they have because, first of all, they're beautiful to wear in a ton of different ways, but you can use them in your home as well. You can put them on a pillow. You can put them, on a throw on your couch. There's so many different. You can put them on a lampshade. There's so many different ways to use these. You can put them on your shoes. Use grandma's old brooches. Go thrifting. Go vintage shopping. Put them on your purses. Just have them everywhere. Jackets. I mean, really anywhere you want a little bling, and it's just that nice little vintage touch.
Yes, you know what? As you're listing off, I'm thinking, you know how we have the silverware on the table during the holiday and it's wrapped in the fabric? Perfect to put a brooch right there to keep it sealed. So cute. Okay, tell me more. Books, they're seen everywhere. Tell me, how are we looking for them? How do we find good vintage ones?
Yes, I always say thrifting is a great place to find vintage books. There was a trend going there for a while where people were flipping their books the opposite direction, and I've never been on board with that trend. Books should be looked at, their spine should be looked at, their content should be looked at. So stack them in different places in your house. When you thrift, find different stories that you love. Stack them on your coffee table, stack them in the bathroom, stack them on the floor. Use those books as some depth and warmth to your home, but also something that someone can pick up and actually read. I think it's so beautiful to see the spine of different books.
Absolutely, yes indeed. And you know what? Honestly, you might pique someone else's interest and they might be actually interested in the contents of that book as well, like you said. Let's talk mix and match frames. How do we get them to work cohesively in our home?
Yes, I love a big gallery wall, especially a French hang, floor to ceiling. Pick all different colors, textures. I purchased, I think the other day, 16 frames for $5. And then I just
Wow.
brought them home and I laid them all out and I gave different coats of paint to each one, or I used some rub and buff on the others. You literally don't have to go out and purchase expensive frames. Have fun with those gallery walls. Non-curated, but curated in a way. Vintage, have fun with it. Make it like you're in France, like at a cafe, and you're looking up at the wall and there's all this gorgeous art.
Yes, yes indeed. But I like the fact that you said you got 16 for $5. So even if I mess up on spray painting them or roughing them down, sanding them down, it's okay. I've got 15 more. Very good. Let's talk about vintage chessboards or just vintage games in general.
Yes, I love a good vintage game. And you could even go like old school Monopoly, but there is something to be said for a marble chessboard. I have one on my coffee table in my sitting room, and I absolutely love it. And whenever people come over, they automatically go and play it. But it's a great way to add, again, the texture and the color to your home, a little bit of that vintage feel. You could do wood, stone, ceramic, marble, your choice. And whenever you find one of these, I always say grab them up because they're tremendous gifts as well.
Wow, wow, absolutely gorgeous. What about hanging rugs or textiles on our walls? I'm seeing that's growing in popularity too.
Yes, I love a good rug on the wall, like a tapestry. You can use them as a headboard. I think that black and green checkerboard is actually napkins that I use. So again, fabrics covering benches. Use the picture with the little puppy in it. That's actually a fireplace screen that I covered with a sheet. So not only rugs on the wall, but use things like sheets, shower curtains, cover things, have fun with the textiles, use the napkins to make a checkerboard headboard. You don't have to go out and buy things that are all exactly the same. Have some fun with it.
Yes, indeed. Well, all of this, have some fun with all of it. Tell me, these are great predictions. Where can we find so much more? Because honestly, we might need a little inspo once we find it and figuring out how to get it in our homes and make it work.
Yes, of course. I'm always at Redeux_style, REDEUX_style on Instagram, TikTok. I'm on all the platforms and I've got videos on all of this. And you guys, I'll teach you how to upcycle and do all the fun things.
Very good. Thank you so much, Sarah T, for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.